Ladies and gentlemen, this is an official update from a story that we did initially kind of early on where there was a missing little boy here, and I believe that he's 1 year old, small little kid, okay? And the story was really, really crazy. The story that the mom and dad gave as far as the account of how this child was stolen in their SUV and all of that stuff honestly didn't make any sense to me. But this update might make it even a little more unclear. I'm not sure, but let me forewarn you. For those who get triggered very easily, I am going to say some things that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities. And I might say some wild things that you might not agree with. So if you can't handle that, I understand, then this might not be the channel for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my opinion, and that's what everybody is here for, right? So I'm going to give you guys the update before I give you my opinion. There was a 1-year-old boy by the name of Blaise Barnett who was missing for 37 hours last week. As far as who took him, how did he end up in the front of another SUV of a Clarkson home last week? Investigators are hoping that they can provide some information about this. And I'll tell you guys, I got this story from foxatlanta.com. So that's where you guys can check this article out. The incident prompted a Georgia Amber Alert early Wednesday morning, and the 1-year-old boy had been taken while sleeping in his family SUV at his apartment complex on 1000 Montreal Road. Family members were putting away groceries just after 1 a.m. and were gone only a moment when somebody made off with their 2002 Ford Explorer. Let's take a pause right there, because that paragraph alone has an entire story in itself. Let me read it again. First and foremost, they said the little boy was in the SUV sleeping. Do kids sleep in SUVs? Of course. A lot of us, if we're not driving, we fall asleep. So yes, babies fall asleep. It happens. Another thing is they said that they were putting away groceries. So I want to make sure, because I know we got a couple of people in the chat. Some people already calling it out. Kimberly called it out. They were putting away groceries at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's according to their words, their own words. The mother gave that story, and so did the father. Here's what I want you guys to do, because I don't want y'all thinking I'm just making stuff up, and I don't want y'all thinking I'm just trying to get onto the mom's case. I want you to bookmark that is the words that came out of her mouth, because we're going to revisit that here in a moment. Not only that, but they said they were putting away groceries after 1 a.m. Is that possible? Sure, it's possible. But I said in my initial commentary that it's not likely, because I said since COVID happened in 2020, when the whole thing started, and I shouldn't have said that word. Feel bad I said that word, damn it. But anyway, since the shutdown, a lot of stores have not been allowed to stay open past 11 or even 10 p.m. in some places 9 p.m. Most grocery stores close down at 11 max, especially Walmart. So one of the things that I called out is I said, what grocery store did y'all go to in Georgia that was open till that time of night? So here's what I was thinking. If you went to the grocery store and let's just say it closed at 11, then you would have made it back to your home, because I'm assuming you probably stay less than an hour away from your house. So let's give you until midnight. You made it home, and you're talking about you weren't in the house but 30 seconds. So you're talking about 30 seconds. It's not very long. But you were putting up groceries at 1 o'clock in the morning, which means there's a big hour gap in there somewhere. Is it possible that they found a grocery store that was open 24 hours? Sure, it's possible. I live out here in Texas. We have one that still is open 24 hours. So it is possible, but just not likely, okay? Now, let me finish telling the rest of the story, because I know that's probably going to already confuse some people. There was a video that was obtained by the news that shows the moments immediately following the SUV being stolen from the apartment complex. There's surveillance video from across the street, and of course I said that the grocery store should also have surveillance cameras, but we'll get back to that. For surveillance cameras across across from a store across the street shows the SUV casually making a left turn out of the complex away from the scene. And they use the word casually, so I'm going to assume that they use that word for a reason. That SUV was found at around 10 a.m. at the Denton Hills condominiums in DeKalb County, 2 miles away from the family's apartment. 2 miles away. Stolen vehicle with a child inside. They find the vehicle 2 miles away. That's roughly between 2 to 4 minutes away. 2 miles. The child was taken. The SUV was dumped. Kind of odd, but let's keep going. There was no sign of the child or his car seat. So they took the child and the car seat. Can somebody say that in the chat? Because it's making me mad. They found the car, no child, no car seat. Who kidnaps a child and a car seat? Right? While the investigation was going on, we all paused to celebrate the joyous moment. Or excuse me, did I skip a part? Yes, I did. I skipped a part. Hold on. Around 2:30 p.m. the next day, the infant was found in a family SUV in front of a home along Rogers Street in Clarkston by a woman who was going to run errands. So this woman came to the car and found a baby in her car randomly. Y'all catch that? So yes, he's been found. That's the whole point of this. In actuality, if you read the title of this video, it actually says they found the child. And I said that in the title for those who maybe didn't catch that. Okay? Anyway. The woman told the news that she didn't hear anything before making the discovery. She said she is glad the child is safe. While the investigation is still ongoing, we all pause to celebrate the joyous moment, knowing that Blaise is safe and now reunited with his family, according to the Clarkston Police Department, who wrote in a statement on Thursday. Police towed the SUV, which is this lady's SUV, towed her car so they could see if they could find some type of forensic evidence, fingerprints or whatever the case is, because somehow that baby got inside that car, so maybe they might have some fingerprints. Around the same time, Blaise was reunited with his family at the Clarkston Police Department. He was taken to an area hospital for further evaluation, but was said to be in good condition. As a police department, we rely on the community to trust us and work with us in times of an emergency. Our entire department breathes a collective sigh of relief with our community, knowing Blaise is safe and now reunited with his family. So he's reunited. That's good. That's good. He's safe. At least we think he is. The FBI is also assisting in the investigation, and anybody with information is asked to call the Clarkston Police Department or call Crime Stoppers. Here is some of the updated information that is not in that article. There was a shooting that took place around this same time. A shooting of a man that I think that they was trying to rob or something like that. In some type of way, the police are trying to say that this murder robbery attempt is somehow linked to the disappearance, stolen vehicle and disappearance of this baby. And I said, what? Like, how do those two things go together? Like, did somebody get shot and then they turn around and try to just find anybody's vehicle, take it and steal it? Why did they shoot the person if they were hurting for money or whatever the case is, trying to rob somebody? Then why would they steal a vehicle, dump it 2 miles away, take the baby, take the car seat? Matter of fact, let's back up a second, because this was also in the original story. So here's the story that the mom and dad told about how their child was stolen. If you guys are watching, do me a favor and please click that thumbs up, share the stream, let more people know that we're here. Let me tell you guys this part. Mom and dad said that they had just got home to unload groceries around 1 o'clock in the morning. And I thought they actually said 3 in the morning, but they corrected it and said 1. I could be wrong. 1 o'clock in the morning. They're pulling up. So what they did was they took their nephew, who was in the car with them. So it was 4 human beings in the car. The 2 adults took the older child into the house, along with helping taking groceries into the house. Which means what? Usually keys, apartment complex keys, I said apartment complex keys. Your house key, apartment complex key is usually on like a key ring. You usually have your keys together. So I'm going to assume that they had to turn the car off, take the keys out, go to the door, unlock the door, either keep the keys on them, leave the keys in the door, or leave the keys in the house. But apparently what they're trying to say is that they took the keys back to the SUV and dropped the keys in the cup holder, which makes no sense. They took the older child in the house first, but if you ask me as a parent, if you were going to do that, and I know people saying, yeah, you know, they take groceries in and then they come back and get the kids later. I mean, I think you're kind of doing that backwards. But if you're going to take one of the 2 children, why would you not take the smallest and most defenseless child first? Or am I tripping? Take the smallest child first because that is the most at-risk child. It just seems like that would just make more sense. It's a freaking baby. Who leaves their 1-year-old baby in an SUV while y'all are running around doing some other stuff, leaving it unattended? Right? On top of that, you said y'all couldn't have been gone no more than 30 seconds. 30 seconds is an eternity to leave a child in an SUV with the keys inside, which you shouldn't have had the keys in there anyway. That's an eternity to leave a baby out there by itself. And also, did I say this? They had this baby in a t-shirt, a diaper, and no coat. No coat. It's cold outside. Everybody has on a jacket except the baby. So on top of that, if you've got this vehicle open, why would you not take the child that at least ain't got a damn coat on in the house first? Y'all with me so far? So here's what you want me to believe. You want me to believe that somebody was just randomly walking down the street at 1 o'clock in the morning casually, because clearly they weren't running because they didn't draw any attention to themselves, waited until both of y'all parents and the other child went inside the house. Then they came to your SUV, hopped in it, saw the keys in the cup holder, took the keys out, stuck the keys in the ignition, started it, put the thing in reverse, took the emergency brake off, backed out of the driveway, put it in drive, and drove off. And in that time, you didn't hear the vehicle being closed. You didn't hear the vehicle being started. You didn't hear the vehicle being going in reverse. You didn't hear the vehicle driving the hell off. Not one, but 2 parents didn't hear shit. Not even enough to run outside and quickly try to see who done jumped in your car. No description. You were that unattentive. And matter of fact, I want y'all to also think about this. They live in an area that is kind of low income. In a neighborhood, in an area that the crime rate is kind of high in that area. So you would think that if you understand that the crime is high in that area, why in the hell would you leave your child unattended? Not 1 parent, but 2 parents. Let's go a little bit further. And I think I told you guys on the last stream that I actually own a Ford Explorer. Okay. And I'm going to tell you guys this. It don't matter how broke you are. I don't know of very many people going around stealing Ford Explorers, let alone a 2002 model. Huh? Let alone a 2002 model. But let me show you guys something that I told y'all about on the last stream. Boy, and I told y'all, if y'all get triggered easily, this is probably not going to be the stream for you. Where's my picture at? I might have to go into my archive. Hold on. Let me see here. I'm trying. Oh, here it is right here. This is what I was looking for. I want you guys to take a notice. I'm a clip the baby off of this particular photo. Because all I want you guys to do is look at the back of this SUV. People will steal anything. Yes, I get that. And believe me, I get it. They'll steal anything. They'll steal a car that's on his last leg. This vehicle still has the dealer tags on it. They do not have a plate on this car. They still have the temporary tag on this car. So if I had to take a guess as to how much a 2002, let me see if I can Blue Book value this real quick. Kelly Blue Book. I'm about to be a jerk today. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick. We're going to go, let me see. Can I type the year in? Oh, website's moving really slow here. Y'all give me a moment. Let me see if I can get Kelly Blue Book to pull up, if it's going to act right. If I have to, I might have to use a, oh, here we go. So let's see, 2002. Oh, this is moving too slow. Hold on. Maybe I could do this from my phone. I don't know what is going on with my internet. Let me try this. Y'all give me just a moment. And again, if you guys are watching, do me a favor. If y'all would, please click that thumbs up. Let me try to Kelly Blue Book this real quick. If y'all want to, y'all can do the same thing. Kelly Blue Book. Let's try to look up the value of that car. So maybe this will work a little bit faster from my phone. Or maybe their site is just messed up. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, here's what we found. The trade-in value is $1,366 for that particular vehicle. For a private party, I guess you could get $2,600. $2,600 on the low side, $1,600 on the high side, $3,500. So right around the middle, let's just say it's worth about $2,600. Even though that's not the Eddie Bauer edition, let's just say that it is. Okay? So $2,600. How much in tag, title, and tax would you have to pay on a $2,600 vehicle? Not that much. How do I know this? Because I've bought a few vehicles quite a bit newer than this. Even at your brokest point. Matter of fact, I think I actually broke this down the other day too. Let me show y'all a little something else. If you were to make payments on this thing, let's say if you go to those buy here, pay here dealers, and let's just say they want, let's say $350 a month. By a year, yeah, you pay this off in less than a year at $350 a month. So let's go 8 months. Let's go less than that. Let's go. You could almost have this thing paid off in 6 months. 6 to 7 months. And that's if you make $350 payments every single month. Why am I bringing that up? because it would seem that there is a money issue going on here if you don't have your dealer tags, or excuse me, if you got dealer tags, no license plate on there yet. Why am I bringing that up? Because I would have to think, why is this child missing? And why did the mom put up a GoFundMe page? How many of you guys knew that she had a GoFundMe page put up after her son went missing? Let me show you guys this, and thank you to the people who screenshot this because they actually tried to take it down. They tried to take this GoFundMe down. There's a reason why I'm bringing up all of this. And I know I'm taking a while to try to explain it. So I apologize about that. Y'all know I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. But they put up a GoFundMe after he was missing. Let me explain to you guys. They had zero evidence that their child was dead. They already had the help from the FBI, and they had help from their police department and search teams looking for the child, let alone family and friends. I'm going to assume that family and friends were already helping to try to find this child. And unless, let me see, how they said they found him within how many hours? 37 hours. They found this boy in 37 hours. You needed a $5,000 GoFundMe for your child being missing for less than a few days? Can we get a hashtag babies for benefits in the chat, please? I think somebody already typed it in there. Thank you, Dre. Thank you a little bit. Babies for benefits. What is $5,000 going to do? Help you do what? Bring Blaise home today. Give me $5,000. Why would you even think of $5,000? You already got the, why are you thinking about GoFundMe? To do what? To pay the police? Oh, that's right. Our tax dollars are already paying them. To pay the FBI? No, we don't pay the FBI like that. Not directly. So what was $5,000 supposed to help you do? This was put up by Deanna Bray, and it says bring Blaise home. So I'm going to assume that Deanna Bray created this GoFundMe on behalf of the mom. And I want you guys to also notice that they were posting this on social media, and you guys can see from her page right here, Deanna Bray shared this and said, share please. They had at least 2 shares within 13 hours. Please remember, there's a reason why I'm bringing all of this up. Because if you ask me, something about this baby's disappearance doesn't sound right. Something about this mother's story doesn't sound right. And matter of fact, she's actually already starting to backtrack on her answers about the fact that she said, oh, they didn't actually go buy groceries at the grocery store. Are you guys want to hear that video? Let me give you guys the fair usage, and let me play that for you. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. And if this is your first time here, guys, please remember, we rely on your thumbs up, so make sure you guys click that thumbs up, okay? Here we go. Let's get it.
Somebody just stole my car and my son is in there.
And new at 4, police released the 911 tapes in the search for the 1-year-old Blaise Barnett. The toddler was kidnapped while sitting in his father's car outside their apartment in Clarkston. The family had just returned home from the grocery store early Wednesday morning. He was found safe some 36 hours later. Now, on the tapes, you can hear Blaise's father report the missing child. The father says he went inside to drop off his nephew and some groceries, and when he returned, that's when his car and son were missing. 36 hours after the disappearance, a resident found Blaise inside a vehicle nearly 2 miles away from his home.
Someone left a baby and a car seat in my van. I don't know how long it's been there.
Police have not arrested anyone in the child's kidnapping. The second arrest now in a deadly shooting condo complex.
Try to fix this real quick.
DeKalb County Police have announced a second arrest now in a deadly shooting at a condo complex. Investigators say that shooting may be connected to the kidnapping of one-year-old Blaise Barnett. Investigators arrested Santana Miller last night in connection to the murder of 60-year-old Aziz Hassan. The shooting happened last Wednesday at Brannon Hill Condos on Singleton Lane. That's the same place where the SUV Blaise Barnett was in when he was kidnapped was found. Police believe the motive for the shooting is linked to Blaise's abduction, but they do not think the victim had any involvement with the kidnapping.
11 Live's Doug Richards continues our live team coverage tonight. Doug, the child's disappearance puts a fresh spotlight on a troubled community in Clarkston, the Brannon Hill complex, sometimes described as the worst community in America.
Yes, I first visited this place about 10 years ago, and at that time it seemed to deserve that moniker that came actually a few years later. I had seen abandoned properties that were more squalid than this place, which was occupied by families. And in the 10 years since then, something.
Wow, he just really just crapped on that place, because it do look like crap. But listen to what he said.
Ago, and at that time it seemed to deserve that moniker that came actually a few years later. I had seen abandoned properties that were more squalid than this place, which was occupied by.
This man said he's seen bandos that look better than this piece of crap where people are actually living in. Boy, that's cold.
Families, and in the 10 years since then, some things have changed, but not a lot.
Owners, I don't know what they do, the city.
Johannes Abebe moved into this place a decade ago, shortly after he immigrated from Ethiopia. Brannon Hill is a sprawling complex with dilapidated structures that conceal spaces that many would consider to be barely livable. This was the spot where authorities found an SUV Wednesday just before noon linked to a missing child case. Overnight, police worked a fatal shooting on the same property.
I have to move out from this area because no safety. Sometimes burn the houses, you know. We see so many things, so I have to leave.
Years ago, DeKalb County arranged to bulldoze portions of the property, hoping to close the book on a place that has been crime-ridden for years. Yet Brannon Hill persists. Johannes Abebe says he stays here because it only costs $500 a month. But he says even the cheap rent is losing its appeal.
If I can afford another place, I have to move out from here. That's my plan.
I've talked to government officials over the years about this place, and one of the issues that they have had is the fact that this is a condominium complex, which means that there are multiple property owners, all of them absentee, and as a result, wrangling them to get things done by the government has made.
So the reason why they're talking about this is because it's actually related to the people who did the shooting, who are related to the people who stole the child in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay? That's why we're showing that part. Let's go to the next video.
The Clarkston one-year-old who was taken while inside of a car earlier this week has captivated the community with his story. Now back with his family, we're getting a chance to meet him tonight. 11 Alive's Brittany Klein-Peter spoke with mom and baby Blaise in an on-camera interview for the first time since the two have been reunited and back home. Brittany.
That's right, Joe. Baby Blaise's mom, Deanna, has been enjoying her privacy and her time with her baby since he was found on Thursday. Tonight, though, she's opening up about what the last few days have been like and sharing baby Blaise with us.
Say hi. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Baby Blaise and mom have finally got some much needed rest after an intense 39-hour search for the missing 1-year-old ended Thursday.
He's back with mom. He's doing absolutely perfect.
The pair picking up where they left off and settling back into their routine.
He's just been chilling, just been right beside each other, making sure he does not go anywhere. And he actually makes sure that we don't go anywhere as well. I put him in the bathtub the night that he came back, and I stepped out for a second to grab his towel, and he went ballistic. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, I'm sorry. I just went to go get your towel. That's it.
Blaise's mom saying the time when he went missing was the longest they've ever spent apart, and that the incident has put things in perspective.
From now on, it'll just be like, he'll just be close to us. He'll be close to his mom, his dad, people that really love him. I'm just gonna take him to places just for no reason, just take him places like every day is his birthday. That's how I'm gonna treat him. Like every day is his birthday, because those 2 days were just like, I didn't know if I was ever gonna get him back, and I don't want to ever lose that time again.
How are you going to treat your child like every day it's its birthday? How, ma'am? How do you intend to do that? How do you treat any child like every day is their birthday? Like take them to Chuck E. Cheese every day, have a birthday cake for them every day, pizza, and have slumber parties for them every day? I get what she's saying, but I don't get what she's saying, especially the fact that it seems like they have money issues. So if you have money issues, it would seem like that'd be the last thing that you'd be trying to do, is trying to spend inordinate amounts of money on your child every day. Because it seemed like y'all are just barely getting by. Like Talib Kweli. There's a reason I'm bringing all of this up. We'll get there. Y'all just hold on a moment.
The 1-year-old is Deanna's only child, and she says he's her best friend.
He's my other half, my heart, my brain, my leg, my toe, my eyes. He's everything.
Deanna says what she's looking forward to the most is just making every moment count.
Catch myself, taking more pictures of him now. Like each day, every day that he's been back, I've been just taking pictures of him. What I'm looking forward to most is just, memories.
Let's skip that. Here's the next video.
Tonight at 5, baby Blaise, found Thursday afternoon after missing for 36 hours, is now in the mend. This is a picture of the toddler and his mom sitting together in the hospital. Now, police are not slowing down their efforts to figure out who stole the SUV that little boy was in on Wednesday.
CBS 46's Megan Packer live at the Clarkston police station. And Megan, you're staying in close contact with officers in this case. What are they telling you?
Rick, they tell me right now this is still a very fluid and active investigation. In fact, Blaise's family is here just getting into this car. They have been here meeting with police for a while now this afternoon. I have been staying in touch with police today, and they tell me right now they're just following up on any and all leads.
Here's what I want you guys to remember. They found the child, but the police are going to continue investigating. Why? Because they involved the FBI, they involved the police, they involved 911. Something happened, and nobody is providing any clear leads. And I think this is absolutely perfect that the police continue to follow up on this, which is why I'm showing this video. And this is why you guys are going to be very interested to hear these next couple of videos that I'm about to play. So I'm going to let this one roll, and then I'm going to let y'all hear the next two.
1-year-old Blaise Barnett is back in his mother's arms after a terrifying day-and-a-half ordeal.
It's amazing. We want to thank everybody in the community for their support.
Now that the family is reunited, the focus of the investigation turns to finding who took the Ford Explorer Blaise was in when it was stolen from outside of the family's apartment early Wednesday morning.
We are following up on every lead we get, and as of right now, we're checking them off as we go.
So are you getting leads?
We're still getting leads, yes. From the tips in the public and, some of our social media and stuff like that.
Clarkston police are getting assistance from the FBI. They say Blaise's family is cooperating. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation found forensic evidence on the family's SUV that was recovered hours after it was stolen. The evidence is being processed and police won't elaborate at this point. They're also seeing if they can find any clues on or in a van where Blaise was found Thursday afternoon. A woman who lives on Rogers Street went out to run an errand only to find a crying toddler in her van in her driveway. She says the 1-year-old reached out for her, held her neck, and would not let go. Law enforcement later removed Blaise from her house, wrapped up in a blanket. It's unclear just how long he may have been in that van before he was discovered. Many questions remain in this case that has gripped so many.
So we are trying to get to the bottom of it, and we are speaking to every lead, everything we get come in.
All right, let's pause it right there. Here's the next video I want to show you guys. Let me see if I can bring that up. This one gets a little bit weird, so I want y'all to listen to this and listen close. These next 2 videos, I'm going to let it play, and then I'm going to show you guys what you might have missed. Here we go. Here we go. Listen at this.
Prayer works. Blaise is safe and Blaise is sound. Look at him moving the cover. Hi, Auntie Bud. He don't want that on him. No, he don't. He don't want it on him. Hey, Granny. Hey. On the internet, we found him. Auntie don't want that cover on here. Yeah.
Tiana, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, guys. We're going to celebrate.
For lettuce.
A 1-year-old kidnapped.
Oh my God. I don't know if y'all heard that at the end. Let me let y'all see this again. Do y'all notice something? Do y'all see anything weird here? Do y'all see anything weird here at all? Do y'all see this? Yes, somebody heard it. Kimberly heard it. She said, let's go pick up some Hennessy. She said it right there at the end. Y'all might have missed that. Yes. She said, let's go pick up some Hennessy. A bunch of women and no men. There you go. Y'all all should know where I get that from. The man who's been talking about that forever and a day, and that's Tommy. And I shout out Tommy all the time whenever I use his talking points. Very, very evident. No men at all. And listen to how they act a damn monkey. Let me play this back. Listen to this again. Where's the biological father at? Acting crazy for the camera. Look at this.
Prayer work.
Y'all see how they acting a fool for the damn just because that red light is on? Look at this.
Prayer work. Blaise is safe and Blaise is sound. Look at him moving the cover. Hi, Auntie Bud. He don't want that on him. No, he don't. He don't want it on him.
And y'all are cursing at the... Y'all hear this? They bleeped it out.
But he don't want that on him. Hi, Auntie Bud. He don't want that on him. No, he don't. Hi, Auntie Bud. He don't want that on him.
First of all, you shouldn't be cursing like that You got all those cameras out there. Of course, they bleeped it out. But that is weird. Like, why did they cover the baby up? Like, we know what he looks like. His picture was all across the United States. I thought that was also weird. Like, why would you put a cover on a 1-year-old's face? You can't protect his identity once an Amber Alert is out there. Now the whole world knows what he looks like. He was on every single news station. Everybody knows what he looks like. Are y'all hearing me in the chat? Every news station put his picture out there. Why hide his face now? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. It would only make sense if nobody had ever seen his face, but he was the subject of an Amber Alert, and it was put out there on every news station within the past 3 to 4 days.
Blaise is sound. Look at him moving the cover. He's moving the cover. Hey, Auntie Bud. He don't want that on him. No, he don't. He don't want it on him. Hey, Green. Hey.
Y'all hear these people?
Hey, Green. On the internet.
Why are they making all of these noises?
On the internet, we found him. Auntie don't want that cover on him. Yeah.
Tiana, how are you feeling?
Listen to what she says right here. She said, "Let's go get some Hennessy." Listen to this, to the end of this.
I'm feeling great, guys. We're gonna celebrate. I want a big thing of Hennessy. We're gonna celebrate. I want a big thing of Hennessy. I'm feeling great, guys. We're gonna celebrate. I want a big thing of Hennessy. I'm feeling great, guys. We're gonna celebrate. I want a big thing of Hennessy.
I know the Hennessy company loves our people because we keep them in business permanently. That is so silly. Now, here's the part where I want you guys to really pay attention. All of that was just the extra stuff. They were just being extra. We all get that. But this is the part where I want y'all to really, really tune in and listen. I'm going to try to let it play. This is where the mom story starts to unravel and she starts to backtrack. Remember when the mom said, and I told y'all to bookmark this. Remember when the mom said that she went grocery shopping and they were unloading groceries at 1 o'clock in the morning. Y'all remember that? Now I want y'all to hear what her story is now. Watch her change her story.
For lettuce.
A 1-year-old kidnapped, then found safe.
I'm going to skip through some of this.
And killed it all over people. Son who lived in this unit.
Oh, actually, I can't skip this because this is actually telling the story about the people that are connected to this.
2 people arrested for murder are connected to that kidnapped baby. Channel 2 Sophia Choi broke the story on WSBTV.com, the WSB News app, and Channel 2 Action News at noon. And Sophia is live in DeKalb County. Sophia, you have spent today working to learn new details about the man who was killed.
Linda, neighbors tell me this man was a refugee who brought his family here to Georgia to escape bullets in his home country, only to be shot, killed in his own home where he should have felt the safest. Police here in DeKalb County tell me 2 people shot this man in the back while searching for that baby.
Y'all hear this? Listen again.
2 people shot this man in the back while searching for that baby. While searching for that baby. People shot this man in the back. Safest. Police here in DeKalb County tell me 2 people shot this man in the back while searching for that baby.
They were looking for Blaise, allegedly.
That night I didn't sleep because they knocking the door and they loud shouting.
This neighbor recalls a frantic night as friends of this kidnapped 1-year-old went searching for him Wednesday night here at the Brandon Hills condo complex in Clarkston.
They were all over people.
Ooh, that was a big ass hole on that wall. God, dog. That man was lying when he said that place looks bad.
Brandon Hills condo complex.
Look at that. Do y'all see that wall look like it's about to fall apart? That door got a big, huge gap on it. Oh, my goodness.
In Clarkston.
They were all over people, knocking the people's door and asking him, can we look around and check if you have the son, the missing son.
During that search, police say 38-year-old Delarius Miller and 34-year-old Santana Miller shot 60-year-old Aziz Hassan, who lived in this unit.
Look at that. Look at that. Boy, I'm telling y'all, I would not want to be a field reporter. I would not want to be a field reporter doing stuff like that. That woman done caught cancer standing next to that wall. That wall looked like it's going to come out and attack that woman. Oh, my goodness.
Police say Mr. Hassan had nothing to do with the missing baby.
He was a nice neighborhood, and we're sorry to lose him.
So they shot him while allegedly trying to find a baby. Shot and killed a man that had nothing to do with this missing baby.
It was tragic.
In this police report, the two say Mr. Hassan shot at them first. The two are now charged with malice murder. The baby's mother told me by phone the Millers are family friends, not relatives.
The mother, thank you. I'm lost too. I'm sorry, y'all. The mother is trying to say that they are not relatives. They're not blood related to her, but those people were her friends. And she's friends with the people who shot that man, that innocent man, that they were allegedly looking for her child. Do y'all see how confusing that is?
It was tragic.
In this police report, the two say Mr. Hassan shot at them first. The two are now charged with malice murder. The baby's mother told me by phone the Millers are family friends, not relatives. The baby's mother told me by phone the Millers are family friends, not relatives. The baby's mother told me by phone the Millers are family friends, not relatives.
They shot and killed a man over your son. Really, ma'am?
With malice murder. The baby's mother told me by phone the Millers are family friends, not relatives. The shooting happened near where a neighbor found the family's SUV hours after it was stolen, with baby Blaise in the back.
This happened just like 5-10 minutes ago.
Here's the initial 911 call by the baby's father.
Somebody just stole my car and my son is in there. As soon as I came back out, everything gone.
The family told police it happened while they were unloading groceries around 1 Wednesday morning. But
y'all hear that? What were they doing at 1 o'clock in the morning?
It happened while they were unloading groceries around 1 Wednesday morning.
What were they doing at 1 in the morning?
It happened while they were unloading groceries around 1 Wednesday morning.
They said they were unloading groceries. That's very specific, is it not? I don't think that you would get a detail like that wrong if you were telling the truth, right? Now I want y'all to listen to how the mom's story changed. Listen at this part.
But the baby's mother later told ABC News that wasn't accurate.
It was like 1 a.m.?
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. I wasn't unloading groceries.
That wasn't accurate.
It was like 1 a.m.?
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. I wasn't unloading groceries.
That wasn't accurate.
It was like 1 a.m.?
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. I wasn't unloading groceries.
Baby's mother later told ABC News that wasn't accurate.
It was like 1 a.m.?
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. I wasn't unloading groceries.
The reason why I'm talking about this place that the news reporter said look worse than abandoned apartments, and these people actually live there, which means they don't have a lot of money. So you would have to think, what would a desperate person do for money? Is it possible that this all could have been a GoFundMe scam gone wrong? Is it possible? And now we have the mom on tape admitting that she lied about a major detail. Let me tell you guys a little something, because some of y'all think I might be dragging this on for no reason. Let me tell y'all why I'm dragging this on. Because in my original commentary, I said that it was impossible for the mom to have been shopping for groceries that late and got home that late. You were doing something else that was not accurate, because there are no grocery stores that stay open past 11 p.m. And she talked about they were unloading groceries. I said that in the first video, and most of y'all might be wondering, this is supposed to be a positive story. Why you keep bringing up all this negative story, this negative stuff, Just Jay? Because my logic and the stuff that I put out there is undeniable, because it makes perfect sense. You're talking about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, a 2-hour span, knowing it didn't take you an hour to get home. And you said your vehicle was stolen within 30 seconds of you walking inside the house. Nothing about that makes any sense. And now we find out, no, ma'am, that was inaccurate. I didn't tell you guys the truth about that. So why did you lie about it? What were you actually doing?
Unloading groceries around 1 Wednesday morning. But the baby's mother later told ABC News that wasn't accurate.
It was like 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. I wasn't unloading groceries. I was unloading bags. No, not groceries. Somehow that got, misconstrued. Telephone with a lot of stuff, But no, I was not unloading groceries. I was unloading bags of clothes.
I'm going to let y'all hear this again for yourself and tell me, does this make any sense? Because she didn't say this once. She didn't say this twice. She didn't say this 3 times. She told this to the police. This was told to the FBI. This was told to many different news stations. The same exact story. The same exact story was told to many different news stations. She told this story multiple times, and now she's coming out saying, well, no, that wasn't exactly accurate. And you have to ask yourself, why would a person who's missing their child give you details that were intentionally wrong?
Accurate.
It was like 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. I wasn't unloading groceries. I was unloading bags. No, not groceries. Somehow that got, misconstrued. Telephone with a lot of stuff, But no, I was not unloading groceries. I was unloading bags of clothes. Well, his dad was unloading the clothes and stuff. So I went in the house first, and his dad grabbed, his nephew and stuff like that.
A neighbor found the
They were unloading clothes. A lot of clothes. You just got this SUV. Why were there a bunch of clothes in an SUV at 1 o'clock in the morning? Were they doing clothes at 1 o'clock in the morning? Because here's why she's changing her story. I think that the mom watched my video and watched my stream. The family did. Somebody did. Because I have a little bit of investigative skill. And I said, here's what you do. In order to find out if she's lying, all you got to do is go to that grocery store with a warrant from the police or the FBI and say, hey, we need to see the surveillance tape and see if this SUV was indeed here between the hours of such and such and such and such, and find out if the mom actually was at that grocery store. Now she changes her story and says, no, she wasn't at a grocery store at all. She wasn't unloading groceries out of her vehicle at all. Now it's clothes. So now the next logical question has to be, where did the clothes come from? Why were you unloading clothes? What's the story with the clothes? Now that even makes even less sense why you were out at 1 o'clock in the morning, especially when the fact that the circumstances of how your child was stolen didn't make any sense, and the fact that your family friends, which you admitted to on camera, shot and killed somebody. And you're connected to them because you're friends with them. We still don't know who took the kid. They took the SUV, but dumped the SUV 2 miles away but then took the kid and the car seat and then put it into some random woman's car and then left the kid there so that she would come outside the next day and find a child inside of her SUV. Here's another problem with that. Because you guys didn't think about this part. How did they get inside of that other woman's SUV? This ISO tea is really good. It's got my brain moving real nice tonight. Let me say that again. The kidnappers of the child took the child and the car seat and placed the child in an SUV that this one, a completely different one at an alleged random house. How did you get inside these people's vehicle? Did you jimmy rig it and unlock it? Most cars have car alarms on it. Was it already unlocked? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. They live in a crime-ridden neighborhood. Who lives in a high-crime neighborhood who does not lock their vehicle? What are the chances that these people who stole this child would have randomly found another SUV that was unlocked? What are the chances of that? Am I talking too much right now? Am I giving you guys too much information? Or do I have my head so far up my bum, I don't know which way is north or south? Somebody got to tell me, am I tripping? Some of you guys didn't even think about that. I bet you there's some police officers or even the FBI that are saying, that boy good, y'all. That boy good. We need to get that boy a job. Shout out to Just Jay. You're more than welcome, FBI. That makes no sense. In a high crime neighborhood, you found a second vehicle that was completely open. You placed the kid in there, and the lady would just so happen to be going to go run groceries the next morning, found the kid, called the police and said, hey, somebody stuck this kid in my SUV. How the freak did they do that? They didn't break the window and throw the kid in there, because then your alarm would have went off and you would have heard that. So either one or two things happen. Either that vehicle was left unlocked intentionally, which means that the woman who turned the kid in would be complicit, or, like I originally thought, the mom is lying. But how can you say that the mom is not lying when we just caught her on tape changing her story and said, oh no, it wasn't groceries, y'all. It wasn't groceries, y'all. You know, I was on the phone and the phone was distorted and you know, and then I went to the time-space continuum and I was drinking some Hennessy and I had to get my hair done. I was getting my nails, toes did while I was telling y'all the story. So I got some of the details wrong. That's a big effing detail that you changed, that you gave intentionally wrong. You don't mistake clothes for groceries. You don't mistake, I went to the grocery store, got groceries, got home, unloaded groceries to, now all of a sudden, I don't know where I was at, and we just magically ended up at home at 1 o'clock in the morning and was unloading clothing. Well, you also have to ask this. How much clothing did you have at 1 o'clock in the morning that you couldn't have just, one of y'all take the clothes in and the other take the kids in? Do y'all see why none of this makes any sense? And on top of that, let me show it again. I want y'all to remember, And I told y'all, I said I would bet anybody $100 that there's going to be a GoFundMe pop up. And guess what? I don't think anybody wanted to bet me $100 because there just so happened to be a GoFundMe page that was put up right on time in less than a week by an individual by the name of Deanna Bray. Who is Deanna Bray? Have no idea who that is. But Deanna Bray put up this GoFundMe to bring Blaise home. But why would you have to give her $5,000 to bring a kid home that the FBI is already using their money and their resources to bring this child home? How is $5,000 going to help bring him home? He's not dead. You don't have any confirmation that he's dead. But here's what makes it even weirder. Are y'all ready for this? You said Deanna Bray is the mom. Is that the mom? Let me check, because I didn't realize. Maybe I didn't pay attention to her name. Y'all are saying that Deanna Bray is the mom. I might have to take your word for it because I don't see it in here. Are y'all saying that's the mom? Are y'all saying that's the mom's name? Oh my God, that makes it worse. Please don't tell me that. Deanna Bray. Let me see what comes up. Nope, Deanna Bray. Deonna. Oh my goodness. You said, what does the GoFundMe say? Here's the part that I was about to tell y'all. They took the GoFundMe down. They took the GoFundMe down. That's her Facebook right here on the screen. She shared it once. She shared it twice. She shared it at least twice herself, as you guys can see from this screenshot. She deleted the GoFundMe. This is why I love screenshots, because people try to go back and hide stuff that they do. So if you really truly believe that you needed this $5,000 for them to help you find your kid, then why did you take the GoFundMe down? Why did you put it up to begin with? Why did you lie about going to the grocery store? Why is it that none of this story makes any damn sense? Why is it that you're connected to people who just committed a murder that was very close to where they found your child? And on top of that, why is it that they found your child in a random vehicle that just apparently happened to be unlocked in a crime-ridden neighborhood, and an innocent lady came out the next morning and just so happened to find a baby in a car seat inside of her car randomly? They went and found the only SUV in this neighborhood that just so happened to be unlocked where they could stick a baby in there.
Family's SUV by Wednesday afternoon. Another neighbor found the baby safe about a mile from his home on Thursday.
Someone left a baby and a car seat in my van.
From his home on Thursday.
Someone left a baby and a car seat in my van.
From his home on Thursday.
Someone left a baby and a car seat in my van.
Somebody left a baby in a car seat in my van. Was your van unlocked? And if it was, why was your van unlocked in a crime-ridden neighborhood? Matter of fact, I do have a couple more videos that I want to play, but I'm going to actually just omit them for now. And here's what I want you guys to remember. Let me bring this picture back up. I want you guys to remember, because y'all were saying that they had the baby covered up when they were bringing him out to bring him to the mom because maybe he was injured. The baby was not injured through this alleged kidnapping. He was not injured in this alleged kidnapping, but this is a picture of this child before he was ever kidnapped. And we still haven't heard a story as to why this baby has all of those bruises on his face. And if you guys look this up, the FBI actually put out a video on YouTube where you can actually detect and tell when children are abused, when they are physically abused. They have marks around their ears, around their face, around their neck. This baby has marks all around his face that look like bruises. Those are not cuts or scratches. Those are bruises. And if you ask me, it looked like this boy has been abused. Used and abused for the benefits that they could collect off of this kid. I'm going to tell you guys, where there's smoke, there's fire. And in my humble personal opinion, I believe that the mom is somehow complicit in all of this. I think this is a GoFundMe scam gone bad. And I just think that, damn, if y'all that desperate for money, then why don't you turn around and use that and make a business? Or maybe you ought to think about this stuff if you're that damn broke before you start laying down and having kids. And I'm going to tell you, oh, I forgot about this. Before we go to our next story, I got to show y'all this. Almost forgot about this. I'm going to assume that this is the biological father. I don't know. This is speculation. But this is a picture of Blaise after they recovered him. This is a picture. I almost forgot about this. I'm glad y'all reminded me. This is a picture of Blaise after they found him, and I think this is the biological father. Somebody already in the chat got it. Said it doesn't look like this baby likes him. If this baby is around his family, around his parents, then why would he be crying like this? He looks terrified. Yes, he does. Is it the boyfriend? I don't know. But that boy looks highly upset. I want y'all to remember this. And I want y'all to remember this photo that looks like it appears that this baby is bruised up. And think about how the mom lied. And think about how none of this story makes any sense. I hope the FBI takes this to the stratosphere as far as you could possibly go and investigate this until you get an answer to every single question. And I think you will find out that somebody was being untruthful and somebody was trying to scam the goodwill of the people, which is why I told y'all, slow down on donating to these GoFundMes. Slow down. Investigate first. A GoFundMe goes up before you even find the child or even have any answers within less than a week is very suspicious. And then you took it down, which is even more suspicious. But I think we're going to be doing some updates coming up here to this story. You guys make sure and stay tuned. I'm DJ Just Jay with the AFC, where we advocate for children first. And please remember, listen with an open mind as well as an open heart. Thank you.